looking at the whole meaning of all this and say, wait a minute, if this person's promoting this, right, can it really make me money? Hey, Kelly B. Hunter, how are you? So I want to break it down. Thanks, Tina, for the yes. I got permission to talk about it, so I'm going to talk about it. And for those of you who are watching me for the first time, my name is Letitia Campbell. I am the CEO and founder of the Campbell Success Network. I'm also the curator of the Sales Success Academy, and I am your sales success strategist. I help course creators, product and service providers dominate their sales online by teaching you how to close more clients. And I do this all inside of my Sales Success Academy membership club. You can join us for as low as $9 today by going to campbellsuccessnetwork.com. Yes, that's campbellsuccessnetwork.com. So let's go over the meaning today, this morning, when it comes to branding and identity. So let's first talk about branding, y'all. What is the definition of branding, right? And I'm explaining that this morning. I wrote it down so that I'm crystal clear. So branding, the definition of branding is the promotion of a particular product or company by means of advertising and distinctive design. Where in that meaning, that definition, does it talk about conversion? Does it talk about residual income? Does it talk about stability? So please know and understand, when you're working with just a branding person or a person who says, well, I can help you create great graphics, I can help you create some great brand logos, I can help you do, please know and understand it does not mean that you are going to have a profitable business, because branding only is geared towards advertising and design. That's it. Somebody type in hashtag, that is it. Why do y'all think when y'all work with somebody who's a branding coach or somebody who's a business coach, and they give you all these tools and resources, all these things, and then you go back to them, they built you a phone, they get you a website, they get you a logo, they get you a graphics, right? A media kit, right? And you go back to them 6 months later and say, hey, I am not making any money. And instead of them sitting back and say, all right, let's figure out how we can actually build on what you already have, instead of them doing that, they say, you know what? Maybe we need you to build another digital product for you. Give me 5,000, right? Why do they do that? Because the only limitation that they have is design. They're only going to teach you how, or lead you toward the direction of building another design, building another asset, and you're just forking out money all the time, and you're still not clear. You're still not making money. You have no idea on how to actually convert people other than some PDF they give you with a bunch of boxes on it. And you're sitting there confused. Your partner's looking at you like, oh my God, I thought, you spent 15K with this person. Why are you not making money? Now there's issues in your marriage, in your relationship. Somebody told me recently that they divorced their husband because of their coach. And I believe, I know that is the truth. It's not you, sis, it's them. Oh, no. You know what I mean? Some of these coaches out here are extremely, I'm not diagnosing them with narcissism, but they have some narcissistic traits. They do. They do. Where it's not them, it's you. You're the problem. You're the issue. And and we're not going to heal your financial issues. We're just going to put a Band-Aid on it. It's going to seal it up a little bit. And then come back around and say, hey, I have this other asset you should purchase. I know it's just going to just turn your business upside down. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Hey, Charlene, how are you? Right? Doesn't make sense. So let's talk about identity. Somebody type in hashtag identity. Let's talk about that, because I am, every time I talk about creating your company identity, I get like goosebumps up my spine. I love talking about identity. I love it because it makes sense to create a company identity instead of a brand. I'm gonna give you some backstory. Back in 2017, February 2017, I found out that I was pregnant for the fourth time with my daughter, my fourth child, baby B. Before I was pregnant with baby B, November of 2016, I had a miscarriage for the third time. So after my third child and before my fourth child, my husband and I were trying so hard to have another baby. Okay. And we had three miscarriages before we conceived baby B. So when I found out that I was pregnant for the fourth time, I was like, I made a commitment to myself. I rubbed my stomach and I said, I'm going to make sure that when you come into this world, that mommy is not going to have a job. Made that commitment to myself and to my unborn child. So when I sat there and I was thinking, well, who do I need to become to make sure that I leave this job? Because I found that I was pregnant February 2017. I wrote on my calendar that day, August 11th, 2017 will be my last day at my job. So when I wrote that down, I said, what identity, and that time I didn't label it as identity. I really just labeled it as who do I need to become in order to make sure that by August 11th, 2017, that I will be able to leave my job and I will be able to leave my job for good. So the first thing I wrote down was I wrote down I have to be consistent. I have to build that personality, that identity, that drive of consistency. I have to be determined. And another thing I wrote down is that I have to not focus on my personal feelings, because the thing that a lot of us misconstrue or confuse, because all these branding coaches and business coaches are leading us in the wrong path, is because even last night, one of my clients, Natasha Davis, made up this point. She said, a lot of coaches tell you to mix your lifestyle with your business, and you can't do that. If you want to be a CEO of your own company, mixing your lifestyle, let me promote my lifestyle and let me mix it with my business, it doesn't make sense. It's going to conflict. The entrepreneur Letitia is totally different woman from the mom Letitia. If somebody was to sit down, during an interview on a TV station and say, who is Therese? In asking you, like, let's say you, Therese, was on a national television show and being interviewed, and somebody say, well, who's Therese as an entrepreneur and who's Therese as the woman? Or Lisa Edwards, and somebody's asked you, who is Lisa as the entrepreneur? Who is Lisa as a mom? Or Trina? Like if somebody sat there and asked you that, it would not be the same person. Because what I tolerate as a mother is different from what I tolerate as a CEO of my own company. So you have to have your identity. And the reason why I decided to build an identity when I found out I was pregnant, because I knew the ridicule that I was going to face from being an entrepreneur. I am such a unicorn still to this day to individuals and people that I talk to, but they still don't understand the concept of entrepreneurship. A lady I follow on Instagram, her name is, I think it's Nicole Chantel or something like that. She posted how when somebody makes a post on Instagram or on Facebook, and they're like, oh, I just got a job. They get to over 200 likes. They get dozens and dozens of comments and 100 thumbs up, and people love it. But if somebody says, hey guys, I just launched the business, it'll probably get 2 likes, 0 comments, no shares, no anything. So I knew early on I was going to deal with ridicule. I would deal with over explaining myself and so much, right? So I had to figure out my identity, because it's the identity that you create for yourself is what's going to allow you to push forward even during the hardest times in your business. Because I'm gonna give y'all some real tea here, and this is what all these branding coaches and all these business coaches don't talk about. There will be a moment in your business where you're not going to be making the money that you expected to be making. There will be a moment in your business, okay, where you're not going to get the support that you think you're going to get. There will be a moment in your business where every dime that you're going to be making, it has to be reinvested back And guys, if you haven't shared this out, share this out and start a watch party. Good morning, Marielle. Where you're going to be putting back into your business, right? It's an up and down spiral ladder here that where only the strong and the real survive. And I'm not saying this to be controversial or be, anything other than the fact that it's time to get real. It's time to tap into what is my identity as an entrepreneur woman. So let me break down the meaning of identity. I just spoke to you all about the meaning of branding and how that whole definition of branding has nothing to do with money for you. It keeps, if you're really stuck on trying to build a brand, please know and understand you are forcing yourself into a box. You're limiting your abundance. You are depleting your bank account, and you're always never ever going to be imaginative about anything you do in your business, where you're going to be building a business that's 100% about you and not about the people that you're helping. So let's talk about identity real quick, guys. So identity, the definition of identity, hey Shantae, good morning, is this: the fact of being who or what a person or thing is. Specification and identification. Who am I? Who am I? When I walk in the room, ask yourself this, Shantae. You're in a room in front of over 3,500 women who love and adore you, clients, potential clients, people who are like, listen, I got to see her in person. How do you want them to feel when you walk on stage? Branding, and a lot of these coaches will tell you, branding is about feeling. It's not. Branding is about design. Identity is about feeling. What is my identity? Who am I? When I walk in the room, when people look at my timeline, what is it that I'm pulling out of them to feel? My identity. People are absorbed to my identity. That is what they're attached to. People don't care about this logo. None of y'all care. And let's talk about lifestyles. None of y'all even care that I'm married with 4 children. Even though I talk about it all the time, none of y'all care. That doesn't help you. That doesn't put money in your bank account. So a lot of these marketers out here, and someone had a conversation with me about this the other day, and I got what he was saying. I got it. I was like, I get it. The person asked him, they was like, why don't you post pictures of your wife or your kids? Because he says, that's not my identity. And I was like, oh my God, I feel this person. My children, me being married for 18 plus years has nothing to do with my CEO identity. And here's why you guys have to start creating an identity now. Because there's going to be moments in your business where you're going to have to make some hard and difficult decisions where you have to put your CEO hat on. And if you're sitting here and being stuck on branding, you're going to be sowing your feelings. You're going to be like, oh, I don't want to break away from this partnership because I don't want to hurt feelings. I want to be, listen, I broke away from a partnership last year and y'all seen it happen. Why? And I told this person, this is not profitable for me anymore. It's affecting my company, this company that's been around and established for a very, very long time. And I made that decision tapping in to who Letitia's identity is. I promise you, ladies, more than anything else, there's going to become multiple moments this year where you're going to have to put that CEO hat on. And if you don't know what your CEO identity is, you're going to have a huge problem. You're going to be linked up and attached to people that are not nurturing you, that are not feeding you, or are not making your business profitable. And if you choose to go say, well, I'm going to go on the branding side and the message side and be nice and be humble, I'm telling you, you're going to lose at this. There's lion, tigers, and bears out here, y'all. It is. And if you don't tap into your identity, you're gonna have a big problem. If you're not really saying, who am I? Forget about the competition. Who am I? Who am I? Write on a piece of paper, what is my entrepreneurial identity? When I walk in a room full of women, what is the identity I want them to pull from me? Marielle said, I realized that you box yourself in with certain affiliations in your business suffers. Absolutely. Branding keeps you boxed in, y'all. Every woman under the sound of my voice is a representative. You have 7 to 10 companies within you right now, just this year. Just this year. You have it. But you want to get out there and build a brand that keeps you limited, forces you in a box. And anytime you try to step outside that box and build other streams of income, what you have a branding coach or a business coach saying, wait a second, that's not your brand now. That has no, you gotta stay. You don't want people looking at you like you doing all these things. And this is why us as a Black community are losing in the entrepreneur space. Because you look at white folks, and I'm sorry, I'm going to go there. I'm going there. Y'all can unfollow me if you want to. White folks have multiple businesses. And most of them don't got nothing to do with the other. But they have one company name, and several DBAs under that. Why is that? Because they don't live in the realm of limitations like we do. We don't. We sit there and say, well, I'm going to keep building this and that, and that's the lane I'm going to stay in, and not understanding that you got millions and millions of dollars over here. You may be, I'm going to give you an example. I'm a coach. I'm a mentor. I like to call myself a strategist because that's the title I like to position myself as. And I love teaching. I love being a leader. But y'all know I love makeup too, right? I don't have none on today, because I'm about to go to the gym in a minute. I don't want to put makeup on and then go to the gym and be all sweaty and So, so I like makeup. So I'm about to launch an eyeshadow line this year. Aren't y'all excited about that? I am, because I'm sitting here and I'm like, listen, I love a beat face. I love to beat my own face. I love looking at women whose faces are beat. Like I'm gonna share y'all what y'all experienced. When I was 12, 13 years old, I'll never forget this. I'm sitting in my house. Y'all know I grew up on West Braden, Long Island, and I'm sitting in my house and I was watching the movie Cleopatra for the first time. And this was back in the day when we had, VCRs and stuff, the tape and stuff. So I'm watching Cleopatra, and when she appeared on my screen, and I never forget this feeling. I felt in my eyes that was the most beautiful person I've ever seen in my life. Not because of of the actual person, but her makeup. I was like, I wanted to be Cleopatra in that moment. So I shaved off my eyebrows. And mind you, I was 12, 13 years old. I shaved off my eyebrows. I was drawing them on. I went to the CVS over there on Post Avenue. Those of y'all who live in this area, y'all know what I'm talking about. I went over Post Avenue, took my little bit of allowance money, and bought me my very first eyeshadow palette. I mean, girl. And by the time I got to school, honey, I was beating up my face in the bathroom. At the last period, I would go back into the bathroom and I would remove the makeup. I would put a do-rag on. Y'all remember the do-rags, y'all? I'll put a do-rag on and had the lace tied, like, so it could cover my eyebrows. And so my mother wouldn't see that I shaved my eyebrows. And I would go home and I would have that do-rag on the whole day. It was one time in the summer, well, it was getting towards the summer, it was like May or whatever. And I come home and I was sweating a lot, right? And the do-rag pushed up a little bit and my mom saw that I shaved my eyebrows. Girl, she wore my butt out. If y'all don't believe me, I'll bring her right in here because she's here. She wore my butt, wore it out. You shaved your eyebrows? Oh my God. And she was so mad. But that's my story. I have a connection with makeup because I don't believe that makeup is to cover anything up. I believe makeup is an amazing tool to highlight your beauty, and also it's one size fits all. Girl, yes, Muriel. Her makeup was everything when I was 12, 13 years old. I was like, that's beauty to me. To me. Y'all maybe feel different, but for me, 12, 13 years old, that was beauty. That was it. I was hooked. I was hooked to it. It's like God revealed to me what will be my next company in that moment. So I used to sit there and watch women put makeup on and look and get magazines and learn different techniques. I mean, everything, you know? So, you know, and I say that to say this is that the Camel Success Network movement is more than just about coaching and consulting and doing events. It's a multitude of things. It's products, it's services. And don't y'all understand that y'all have all of that in you as well? These branding coaches, these business coaches, they have to keep you in a box. That's the only way they're going to get money out of you. They have to keep you focused on building a brand because they know you're not going to make money at it. And you're going to keep putting band-aids over band-aids and spending more money with them and spending more money with them. And to the point to you broke, till you have nothing left. And then they blame it on you. Lisa says, sis, I'm feeling this. All right, girl. Yes. Mimi said on my baking side, most of my clients have one company LLC. DBAs, come through, Mimi. DBAs let me tell you something. Come through, Mimi. They have one company LLC. One company LLC. And DBAs after DBAs after DBAs after DBAs. Who has a right to tell you not to start several companies? Who has the right? Some of y'all need to stop taking certain people's advice as facts. Some of y'all need to stop taking advice from people that don't even have the same currency as you. Some of y'all need to stop taking advice from people who doesn't even know your hustle level or your passion level or even have experienced what you have experienced. And some of these stories that people tell you makes no sense about how they came to success. I can go far left with this conversation, but I'm gonna save that for later. Niece, I'm gonna save that for later, but keep watching because the nieces be watching y'all. Y'all think y'all haters ain't watching y'all? They watching. Y'all listen. I tell my nieces, y'all can stay a fan if you want to. That's fine. Keep watching. Put my numbers up. I know. Hey, Mary Lee Hines. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Know what your identity is. Build a company identity, not a freaking brand. You can't do nothing with building a brand other than making a pretty old beat down design. That's it. That's it. Oh, you got a cute design, but are you making money? Oh, you got a cute design, but are you making residuals? Oh, you got a cute funnel. Are you building passive income? Where the cash at? Where is show me the money? So when you are building that CEO identity, you're making the executive decision to say, listen, this is not working for me. Because if it don't make dollars, what y'all finish the rest. If it don't make, listen, y'all, 2020 needs to be the year of conversion. Expansion, y'all know my two words for 2020, expansion and conversion. If it don't make dollars, it don't make what? It's not rocket science. Simple as that. Because a lot of times we join these programs, and guys, I have had many coaches in the past. I just fired my last one. I was like, girl, you got to go. I need to put you back on the boat, back to the other side of the world. But we got these, when you're in the program, a coaching with a coach, sometimes it gets cliquish. Where if you decide to make that CEO decision and say, I'm tapping out of this, but even the community is ostracizing you. I don't want my clients to have that dependency on me. I want to support them. I want to help them. I want to nurture them. I want to guide them. But it should never be a sense of dependency. I want y'all flying as the highest to the highest peak you could possibly can. Because all I am is just a vessel. That's all I am. I am nothing more than that. And that's the position I always want to play. A lot of these coaches talking about, well, I help launch over 100 brands. Where they at? Because I mean, I got a flashlight. I'm like this, like, where are they? My flashlight is out. My flashlight is out. My flashlight is out. It's out. I don't see them. I even switched lenses recently. I got a new pair of glasses so I can see where these 100 brands. Where are these 100? Where they at? Because the only people I see you rising is you. And so that's the problem. Where your testimonials at? Where's the receipt? Please, I just want to see it. Show me the receipts. But that's cute. Them little pins y'all send in the mail is cute. The Dollar Tree pins. Oh, here's the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna stop. I ain't gonna go to no. Girl, y'all need to start opening your mouths more so all this foolishness can stop happening. I get so many inbox messages at women telling me, Letitia, I'm glad you spoke about it, because what you are speaking about, other women are afraid to talk about because they're still linked up and attached to the coaching community, and they don't want to be ostracized. They don't want to be kicked out. They don't want to be eliminated because they get more dependent on the coach than on their own damn business. I'm telling you, y'all become so much more loyal to the person that you hire. You know, y'all trying to say that you hired them. Here's the tea. You hired them. And they have more control over your business than you do, over the decision-making process. That don't make sense. You're the boss. I had a client that got a funnel done by somebody, and I made her get all her money back. I said, girl, you better make sure you get all your coins back. Because they had to try to tell her what should be on her digital product. And I said, who's the client and who's the help? Some of y'all coaches out there, y'all too bisexual. I'm not talking about like sexuality. I'm saying like you want to be a mentor, but then you want to like dictate on what people to do. And if you want to be that way, just tell them you're a bi coach. Like I'm going to help you build your brand, but I'm also going to control it too. Just say that. So that you can get the right people that likes to be controlled and positioned into a box and all that other stuff. I'm just saying. It's just facts, y'all. That's all it is just facts. So branding and identity. Focus on, did y'all like this? Let me know, ladies, if y'all enjoyed this. Let me know if this struck a chord with you, if you got more clarity on what direction you should go in. Let me know in the comments, y'all. I would love to share it. And before I hop off, let me give y'all a couple of updates on what's going on. Yes, I have some shows that's coming up, some pre-recorded shows. And I will definitely keep all of you guys in the loop on them. Oh my God, I'm going to be having some amazing guests on my shows, women who are changing the game for the world. It's going to be amazing, awesome. And for those of you also who are not inside of my membership club, please head on over to camelsuccessnetwork.com. It's $9 a month to join right now, but the price will go up on February 1st to $39. So make sure you get inside now, so that way you get locked in at that course. Once you come in at that price, we're never going to increase your prices. So make sure you do by going to camelsuccessnetwork.com, guys. And we're about to launch Past the Cast, y'all. We are going back over to Periscope. Listen. Periscope is still the gig. Okay, don't sleep on Periscope. That's where most of us, our OGs online, our OGs started on Periscope. Okay. Some of y'all have coaches right now. Y'all can't even find them on Periscope. We was out there hitting them internet streets, honey, on Periscope. Okay. So we're about to kick off my Pass the Cash movement. Is going to be coming up, I think, on the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. But again, I'll keep all of y'all in a loop on that. I still have my success store happening from March 6th to March 10th. We are so totally sold out on speaker spots, just to let you know. I saw an email. Somebody sent out an email this morning talking about they sold out on their event. I'm like, girl, you ain't sold out. Anyway, let me digress. Hey, Lisa Oliver, how are you? Hey, Mimi Stewart, what's tea? So, yeah, CamelSuccessNetwork.com. Go over there and check out my success story brand. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. And that's all I have for you guys today. Yeah. So y'all have an amazing, amazing day. I'll be back on tomorrow. As always, don't forget, get out there and dominate, because it's time to design the life that you deserve. Yes, that you deserve. Till next time, guys. Bye. Yes, Shoshana Cuevas said Friday, January 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be kicking off our Pass the Cash movement on Periscope. But I'll give you guys all information about that shortly. All right, y'all. Bye.